With a chance for you to cast your ballot on the 2026 Calgary Olympics bid, we thought it was important to give you a chance to hear from both sides to help you make an informed decision on whether Calgary should host the Games. A lot of people have questions. There's a lot of confusion. Here are the highlights from our City News Calgary 2026 debate.
Our position is simply that this is not the right project for Calgary now. We think we can do better than working with the IOC, and we think we have other priorities. And we'd rather see our energy and our investment and our initiative go into those other things.
Three basic reasons why I think we have to host in 2026. The first is we are an Olympic city. We have to remember that legacy. We have a chance to renew that legacy and add the Paralympics to that equation, and I think that undoubtedly makes us a better city going forward. The second is this will be an economic boon to our city. Don't take my word for it. Take the Calgary Chamber of Commerce, Tourism Calgary, and Calgary Economic Development. And third is I think we have a chance to make this an incredibly inclusive Games, one that will not just live in the downtown core and in the clusters, but all the way to the north, south, east, and west. Calgary taxpayers don't actually pay for a number of these facilities. Over 30 years, 95% of the costs for our Olympic venues are borne by the federal government and by the provincial government. So there is a question now, 30 years later, now that the endowment that was left over after the Games, who's going to foot the bill for a number of these facilities? And could we potentially be on the hook for maintaining the quality and standards of these facilities on our own? Estimates have shown also as well, just very quickly.
You know what, you can elaborate a bit.
Sure,
We're going to
no
give
problem.
Erin her 30 seconds
Sure.
now.
You know, I'm really concerned. This is where, you work on venues that the IOC tells you need and not what Calgary needs. We're hearing over and over again, Calgary just wants that new NHL arena and be able to have Beyonce come to Calgary and not to Edmonton. And for some people, they say that is my vision. That's what I want in Calgary. C-train to the airport is a big gap, and I get why that's not in the bid. It's trying to be a moderate bid, but again, that's a bid that serves IOC. It doesn't serve what Calgarians say they want. So yeah, it's money misspent.
We know what it's going to cost. It's going to save us $70 million compared to building out our own.
So what is the cost then?
It's going to save us $70 million.
What's the cost?
The cost of which?
Of the work going on in Whistler.
No, that is to be determined, but we just know what it would cost us to be able to rebuild our ski jumps. And by moving that in a fluid arrangement, that is what the savings would be, because we don't have to do that. Now, I want to go forward
I think
with
talking
actually
about a cost as a savings is a bit disingenuous.
Those are just some of the highlights from our Calgary 2026 debate. Now, later on in the show, we'll show you what both sides had to say about Olympic venues, the costs, and your questions that you put to the panel. In Calgary, Mike Yanni, City News.